Tony D and Little Joan with a Screenwriter's Rant on Hello Tomorrow, a movie that probably feels like it takes place before the events of Fallout in the world before it was destroyed by a nuclear weapon. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 10, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So the premise of the show is it takes place in a futuristic world, but it's modeled, it's got the aesthetics of like the 1950s, and the characters are selling homes on the moon. So imagine a world like in Fallout, where you had hover cars and atomic weapons, but you know, you had still this 50s kind of look to things and robots and whatnot. So it's a drama of some kind where there's dirty secrets, and turns out, I don't know, the trips to the moon are not what you think they are, or maybe they're not a thing at all. I don't know. They don't actually show you life on the moon. So maybe it's terrible, maybe it's non-existent. It streams February 17th. I could see this being an interesting series. Is this the moon? Maybe. That could be on Earth or the moon. I'm not sure. So there's some sort of secret. These salesmen are engaged in trying to sell people this stuff on the moon, but then they find out it's not as good as they thought, and they get into trouble, and there's, I don't know, the cops come, but they're making insane amounts of money, and people are corrupted by it. So I like the look of it a lot. I would totally watch this show simply for the look. Hank Azaria's in it. He's good. Here's a robot walking a dog, Joan. Joan, see the doggy? He's in it too. So, you know, this isn't a movie, so 3-act breakdown doesn't work here. The supposed homes on the moon. I don't know. Are there actual things on the moon, or is the whole thing a scam? They do have rocket ships. They do have high hover cars and technology. So I don't know. Kind of 50-50. My sense of it is that it's some kind of scam. Either life on the moon is terrible, or people go there and never come back and they die. They die and they're hiding it. Not these characters, but other characters. Maybe it's all a scam to get rid of certain people who are undesirable. I don't know. I think a more interesting take would be that they are on the moon, but it's way more difficult than was advertised, and they don't want anybody to leave because it'll ruin the sales back on Earth. So they keep sending people, but it keeps getting worse and worse because there's too many people. So a great sort of switch in this series after maybe 2 or 3 seasons on Earth would be that they all end up on the moon for one reason or another. Maybe they're escaping their debt or the trouble, or maybe they're just forced to go to silence them, and they're stuck on the moon, and then they realize, oh God, we sent all these people here, and they all hate them, and they have to make their way. And then I don't know how you would end this series like this, but the aesthetics are interesting because you got future stuff, again, like in Fallout, future stuff, robots, but it's the 1950s, so everything's made of metal. It's got that great old school aesthetic, Art Deco. The clothes are the same. You can see the products in the background. So I think this could be a fun show, at least for 2 or 3 seasons. Here's their stove. She just puts a rack of meat in there and pushes some buttons. Very Fallout. This is very Fallout. So yeah, I would totally check this out. And you might say, like I say at every trailer, is it woke? Well, it doesn't look woke, but it could be. I mean, you know, it's the future, so you can make it whatever you want. So as long as the story works, what does it matter? You got people smoking and drinking in this. You got interracial couples, but so what? It's the future. So I think it could be good. This is the kind of show here's the rocket, they should do, because they don't have to adhere to the rules of modern day, right? They don't have to listen to the morons on Twitter screaming about, oh, you've got to have representation. No, this is a different world. It's a different world. Maybe it doesn't have representation. So, suck it. Anyhow, yeah. So, again, can't really do a 3-act breakdown, but I think just because you got Hank Azaria in it, it's probably going to be a good show. He does look older than normal. I haven't seen him in a while, so he looks very skinny. He looks very thin. Her I recognize. The lead actor I don't know. This guy's a good character actor. So I think they got a solid cast. I don't like a lot of the shows on Apple Plus, but at least I can, I didn't like For All Mankind, but I thought, well, okay, they're trying something new. They're trying an alternate future. This is like that. Only this one I kind of like. So I would watch this one. All right, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. We got a Hollywoke hot take that is not to be missed, and a news blast. We'll see you